Yeah, Lacabelle. So, sailing with kids, adventure, freedom, fun, and a whole lot of chaos. But after a couple of years, we've got a pretty good idea of what worked for us. So today we're sharing our top tips for sailing with children so that you can hopefully make the most of this lifestyle, decide if it's right for you or not, and enjoy it.
We're an Australian family who decided to leave the ordinary behind and embrace a life of adventure. Our dream? To sail across the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans and bring our boat home to Australia.
Hey, I'm Craig from Slow Travelling. We're a cruising sailing family. We're cruising aboard our Moody 425 Blue Dancer. We're doing a series of vlogs about, our experience cruising on a boat. But today this is a little bit of a different video in that we thought we'd just share a little bit of our experience about sailing with kids, give you guys a couple of hints and tips. Now we have to preface that by saying we don't profess to be experts in anything. One of my favourite cruising authors is a guy by the name of Jim Moore, who wrote a couple of books in the 70s. Swan was one of them. He had a saying, this is just what worked for us. And that's what I want to preface any advice we give with that. All we're going to do is share our experiences and what worked for us. Firstly, and most importantly, do cruise with your kids. Do go sailing with your kids. It is the most rewarding and enriching experience.
My favourite thing about going sailing on Blue Dancer was meeting new people and discovering new places. Swimming and sleep, getting a bunk bed. I like the food, and the ice cream was really good, and I like meeting new boat friends there.
To show them different ways of living, to have them meet people, to have them also have to work on things together, to sit there as a family. It is a tremendous experience. It is frustrating, but it is rewarding. There'll be times you want to kill each other. There'll be times your patience is tested to the nth degree, but at the same time, some of the most magic moments we've had with our kids have been on board boats. We've seen them grow up, we've seen them learn, we've seen them grow so much in their confidence as part of the cruising lifestyle, and that for us is such a driving factor for why we are here. Next tip, Lego. Lots and lots of Lego.
Play with it a lot on passage instead of being up like on deck with all the wet seas and stuff.
Oh yes, it's annoying. Yes, you'll step on it, but Lego.
It's like really entertaining, and if you don't have much, you can build a lot of creative things, and if you have much, you can build a lot of big things.
Next tip, and this is a little bit of a controversial one maybe, but don't listen to the naysayers in your life who will tell you that this cannot and will not work. There's always everyone's got them, whether it be friends or family. Unless you understand what sailing is, unless you are a sailor, unless you spent time on a boat and understand what's involved, to people it's just an unknown. So you get people who will, what if you come into a storm? What if you sink? What if you run into pirates? And next tip, it's an obvious one, but it needs to be said, safety. Don't skimp on safety. Get the safety right. Make a point of teaching the kids safety procedures. Make a point, I guess, of making sure the kids understand that they're not negotiable. We struggled when the kids were younger with life jackets. It was a bit of a battle making them wear life jackets. We did make a point of saying, like, when we're on deck and we're at sea, you're in your life jacket. That's our rule, sorry. And yeah, it was a bit hard going at times, but for us that was non-negotiable. We just made a point of doubling down on that. Slow down. Slow traveling was a little bit of a joke amongst ourselves. Have realistic goals, and even with your realistic goals, be willing to change them and amend them as required. I think do or die approaches don't work. We've made a point of being very flexible with our plans and flexible with what we're doing in order to make sure that the kids enjoy it. And to this day, the kids enjoy it. We haven't, other than, maybe some bad weather, we haven't had situations where the kids have been like, I don't want to be on the boat. Books. They're behind me. Lots and lots of books. Kindles. Kindles are fine. We allow Kindles. Next tip, as early as possible, involve them in the day-to-day running of the boat and the sailing of the boat. We do have friends who cruise with their kids. And when I say cruise with the kids, unfortunately, the kids go below and watch DVDs and the parents sail the boat. And the kids don't want to get involved. They find it all too complicated and they're just... I think it's really important to get the kids actively involved. I think it's a great opportunity for them to learn. The 2 reasons that cruising families stop cruising. Reason number 1, boat schooling doesn't work for them. If you can nail boat schooling, you are a long way to making this lifestyle successful as a family.
So what sometimes happens is
Either the kids are falling behind, the parents are finding it too stressful, the whole experience is just flared up where the parents are finding it really hard to teach and deliver any kind of boat schooling curriculum. The kids are not on board, they're not understanding it, they're getting frustrated, they're getting angry, everyone's at each other's throats, and it's a horrible experience and it's a chore, and every day is just a drama. That is probably, in our experience, the number 1 reason why cruising families go, we can't keep doing this. Then the second reason cruising families, in our experience, probably decide that this lifestyle doesn't work for us. And one of the other major challenges that comes along with being a cruising family is socialisation. Now, we don't stress about it, we don't panic about it. Our kids are pretty well adjusted, but getting the socialisation aspect right, I guess, which comes down to straightforward, simple, figuring out where other kid boats are. In this day and age, it does mean, for us anyway, we make a point of being connected, being in the groups, figuring out where kid boats are, and we are willing and able to change our plans in order to accommodate meetups with other kid boats and some of those activities. Now, I know cruisers that just go, no, we don't do that, don't want to know about it, and that's okay, but for us, we find making sure that we do seek out destinations where we think there will be other kid boats, that we look intentionally for opportunities to run into other kid boats, enriches this whole experience and means that our kids don't miss out on that aspect.
snacks, and more snacks. Hungry kids equal grumpy kids, so we always try and stock up on easy to grab foods. Also, smoothies are really big on our boat, and pancakes at Anchorage goes down a treat every time. Trust me, not every day is Instagram perfect. There are tantrums, there are messes, and we have had plenty of setbacks, but it's all part of the adventure.
So that's just some of our hints and tips. That's just some of our experience of cruising with kids. We hope that's helpful. If anyone's got questions, if anyone wants to reach out, please do so.
How many fish did you see, Sam?
90-something.
90-something.
And of course, if you've got any sailing tips of your own, drop them in the comments below. Thanks, guys.
Please like and subscribe.